What motivates you to post this content? Because you've been in the game for a long while.
I'm in a position where my competition is a 20-year-old kid with a phone.
Yes,
they were
yes.
born with this. If you don't pay attention to it, you die. Social media algorithm is a living, breathing thing. It changes constantly. So I have to stay knowledgeable.
What is the best way to connect with the guests on a personal level?
Talk to them like a person, not what the SOPs say to do.
What do most creators get wrong when documenting a city, do you think?
Most creators have egos, and they insert them in too much of the content. This is why I hate the term influencer. When you have a big audience and the brand or property doesn't know anything, they just see a big audience, they kiss your when you're there, and when that happens over and over again, it's very hard to stay grounded.
It's very controversial, but now you're experiencing AI.
Yeah.
How important it is for people to pay attention to it?
I would say...
Welcome back to Lobby Talks. In this episode, we're seeing Tulsa through the eyes of a global traveler alongside content creator, hospitality expert, and storyteller Scott Eddy. This episode features 2 conversations with Scott, each exploring a different side of what makes travel experiences memorable and meaningful. The first interview, hosted by Justine Richards, was filmed inside our content creation lab, where the conversation focused on hospitality, storytelling, and the growing role content plays in shaping how travelers discover destinations. Later in the episode, Rochelle Lalou sits down with Scott for a second conversation that continues exploring travel connection and the unique perspective that comes from experiencing cities all around the world, from hospitality and media to culture and community. This episode is all about exploring how Tulsa leaves an impression on the people who visit it. Here's our conversation with Scott.
Greetings, my name is Justine Richards. I am the Tulsa Marriott Southern Hills supervisor, and right now I'm here with the famous Scott Eddy.
I'm famous?
Most definitely. You are a celebrity here. You changed the whole game. Please introduce yourself for the camera.
I'm Scott Eddy.
And what do you do?
I still, it's hard answering that question because it's hard to sum up. And the reason I say that is from the outside looking in, if you don't know me at all, you'd think influencer because big social media audience, whatever. But then actually influencer campaigns is 20, 30% of what I do. The other stuff is full-on photo shoots, video shoots, drone stuff. We do campaigns to make AI discoverability more, what hotels need right now. And, I do social media workshops. I speak at a lot of events. So there's so many things. I create digital strategies. So, there's a lot more to it. But at the end of the day, I do content. It's...
Talking about consistency.
Yeah.
What motivates you to post this content? Because you've been in the game for a long while.
I have, since day one.
What is still encouraging you today?
I have met 90% of the people in my life on social media. And we're not even talking about business. 100% of my business comes from social media, DMs. The more I post, the more incoming inquiries come my way. I know that if I get 20 DMs on LinkedIn, one of them at least will convert into a deal. I know for a fact. Those are the numbers.
So I want to take this to the past.
Okay.
So growing up, I know you told me that you were traveling. You went to Asia at a time. Where did your passion in hospitality arise?
My passion in hospitality doesn't come from hospitality.
Yeah.
My mother's family, her parents came from Lebanon. They moved to Jamaica to open up a business. So my mother and all my aunts and uncles were born in Jamaica. I grew up going to the Caribbean. So for me, being in the hospitality industry is kind of like being around everybody that I grew up with.
Yes.
Because that culture, Lebanese culture, Jamaican culture, Caribbean culture, you care about your neighbor. You care about your fellow man. You do something without masking, without expecting something in return. And that's all hospitality is. Hospitality is just about being kind and trying to predict what the guest needs before they do it. Anticipation. That's all it is.
Most definitely. What is the best way to connect with the guests on a personal level? How could I go above and beyond to make them feel like they are home?
Talk to them like a person, not what the SOPs say to do. Not what the procedure says that when somebody comes up to the desk, hi, welcome to Marriott. Thank you very much for choosing our hotel. No, talk to them like a human.
Yes.
So it's somebody coming in for a long weekend or coming in for a meeting or they're here on a staycation or whatever it is. They just want to be treated like a human.
And I believe front desk, sometimes we are afraid to cross the line. We don't want the guests to feel uncomfortable, but we still want to stay in a professional manner. Could you add on?
Let me ask you a question. I'll bounce it back to you. What's the downside? The downside is, what are you, too nice? You know what I mean? As ridiculous as it sounds, that's how ridiculous it is. You're never going to know until you try and test. This is my whole life, testing new things. Think about the world that we live in right now. AI and new apps and new technology and robots taking over the world and, all that stuff. I download, 200 apps a month. Test, use, test, uninstall, test, use, test. Because in my opinion, if I don't do that and put in those working hours, when I'm speaking at a conference full of people that are hospitality professionals for 40 years, I'm going to sound like an idiot if I can't explain what's going on now in technology.
Yes.
So I have to stay knowledgeable. I'm in a position where my competition is a 20-year-old kid with a phone. It is.
Yes,
they were
yes.
born with this. They were born with this technology, this phone, social media. They don't know what the real world was like before social media.
The universe is in their hand.
Right. I remember what it was like going outside to play. There was no phone.
I hear you.
I remember when we first got cable TV and the clicker box was still at a cord connected to the TV. It's like, you think about that now, it's like being in the Flintstones.
Okay. Okay.
But I constantly have to remind myself. So getting back to your other question, why is it so easy for me to be consistent? 90% of the people in my life, and I mean clients and friends, my photographer, Chris, I met on Instagram. Pedro, my video guy, I met him when I was down doing a video campaign for a client in Jamaica. And we were already connected on Instagram, so I DM him. I'm like, hey, bro, you busy? You want to come over to the hotel and shoot a video with me? I need a video guy. And he's like, yeah. Now we shoot all around the world.
That is beautiful. Those connections are very strong, especially online. But I know our time is short, but I still need to speak to you. Tell me how you started very early in the game.
Yeah.
And now you're experiencing AI.
Yeah.
How important it is for people to pay attention to it. I know it's very controversial, but
it's not controversial.
Okay.
If you don't pay attention to it, you die. Period.
Yes.
You can't. Technology is undefeated. You cannot beat technology. You have to engross yourself. You have to go so deep every day to learn as much as you possibly can. And simultaneously, being a human has never been more important. But you have to understand that you will be able to use technology to remove the friction out of your life. The mundane stuff that you don't need. Like, what do you need it for? Who cares? But simultaneously, you have to learn as much as you possibly can. I listen to social media people that are 20 years old, that are 60 years old. I don't care who it is. They could be a housekeeper. They could be a hotel owner. I don't care who it is. I learn from everybody. If you have something to say, I could listen for an hour. If I think you're an idiot and I'm never going to take anything, but you're going to say one sentence that makes sense to me, it's worth it.
That is a growth mindset, and you must be extremely intelligent. Not just smart, but intelligent, because you pick up knowledge from everybody, and that's admirable, especially for somebody my age. I'm 22, so I'm really glad you shared that.
You're 22?
I'm 22.
Good job.
Well, thank you. It was beautiful having you here, Mr. Scott
Thank
Eddy.
you.
And I enjoyed your company and meeting you. It's always nice to see a celebrity like yourself.
Oh
I'm going to need your autograph
Oh my
after
God.
this. And this is our famous Scott Eddy. Please go ahead and follow him on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter,
All the things.
everything. And you don't really have to even look up his title. Just look up his name.
Welcome back to Lobby Talks, where we explore people, places, and ideas shaping the future of hospitality.
So which one am I? The people or the place?
What do you want to be today, Scott?
Right.
Today's episode's a little different. We're stepping out of theory and into experience. And who better to talk about experience than Scott Eddy with us today? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
I am Scott Eddy. I do many things, but it all migrates around marketing for the hospitality industry and primarily on social.
Wonderful. So what actually makes a city worth visiting, we might ask? When you hear Tulsa, people might not immediately think global destination. So let's start there. Before arriving, what were your expectations of Tulsa, Scott?
So I saw the first season of Tulsa King.
That's a good start.
You know, I've been to Oklahoma a few times in the past. I've been to a few Sooners games when Miami Hurricanes were playing them. And, you know, I think that if you have a small town, okay, I think that you have more upside than big cities.
Why is that?
Because you have nowhere to go but up. The big cities, they can disappoint you.
Right.
They can, you know, do all the things, good and bad.
That's true.
The small towns, you have nothing but opportunities, and you have so many. I think the smaller the town, the more interesting the storytelling is.
Oh, well, the expectations are probably low because
Yeah.
you don't have the you don't have the population, and you may not have all the amenities of the larger cities.
Yeah.
So you can really blow people away more, can't you?
You really can. You really can. I've been blown away since I got here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You know?
Well, okay. Well, that leads me to my next question. What surprised you in your first 24 hours here?
How nice the people were.
Oh, good.
How kind they were. I am a big, you know, walking down the hallway, walking down the street, being wherever, giving people eye contact, saying, hi, how are you, smiling. They all smile back and say hi, start conversations.
Love
and
to
it's
hear
like,
that.
you know, that doesn't happen in South Florida. I mean, the people are horrible now.
No.
But, yeah.
There's a
it's-
few nice ones.
I think there are. But, you know, it's
Just the overall
I'm
impression.
speaking as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up in Fort Lauderdale, everybody was very nice. Everybody was very kind. Now it's not the same.
Yeah. I
you know.
understand that.
And it happens, you know.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Towns
become
get
so
bigger.
much more of a tourist destination.
And
You
it's
get
a
lot more
metropolitan, you know, South Florida is very, very massive now, and all the wealth is moving down there
Sure.
post-pandemic.
So it's a very different feel than
very
your
different,
childhood.
very different.
I understand that. Was there a moment where your perception shifted other than how kind people are?
It hasn't shifted. I'm still in 100% awe because of, you know, for me, it's always about the people.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of places. A place can be beautiful. And like I was saying earlier in the meeting, a hotel is just a box.
It is.
It's about who you fill the hotel with. That makes all the difference in the world.
It really does.
Yeah, and if the people that you're putting in there are hollow, or they have no soul, or if they're unkind, or if
It's
you know
just a job.
they're not a extrovert, or it's just a job, not a career. You're not looking at it for the future. It's not going to work.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, I
There's
understand that.
no such thing as being a placeholder in the hospitality industry, but at the same time, hospitality industry is filled with placeholders.
Yeah, it is. You can certainly get that impression when you walk into some hotels,
Yeah.
like you said, that are absolutely stunning and blows you away in terms of architecture and design. And then you walk up to the front desk and they couldn't care less if you're
Correct.
there. You
Correct.
know? And that really just crushes your soul, doesn't it? Because you're paying
It's a shame.
penny to be there.
Of course.
Yeah, I understand that. That makes perfect sense. So what actually makes a place memorable? The truth is most cities have attractions, and not all of them leave an impression. In your experience, what separates a nice place from a truly memorable destination?
Only the people.
Only the people,
That's it. Because it's the only thing that matters.
right?
You know, I mean, yes, listen, South Florida is beautiful. Spain is beautiful. London is beautiful. All these places, you can have beautiful places.
Yeah.
But if the people aren't the right people, you're missing the boat.
You really are. What kinds of moments stick with you after you leave a city? Don't say the people. You got to come up with something else, Scott. The people can be part of it.
It's obviously the people, but it's much more than that. I mean, what happened with those people? What did we do where it could just be something simple? Like today, we all went to lunch. And it's just, when we first got here, Ravi invited us to his home for breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, things like that.
Right. Just a real personal.
It doesn't have to be extravagant things.
Right.
It just has to be special, thoughtful things.
Right. Yeah, I know there have been times when I've been trying, and I haven't traveled the globe like you, so it's really in America. But whenever I even drive up and valet comes and opens my door, and it's more than just welcome. It's like, where'd you come here from here today?
Right.
How was your trip? And actually asks a couple of questions, and there's a little bit of a connection. And then you see him just a few hours later, and he waves, he remembers you. Yeah. That kind of stuff can be very memorable because it adds to the experience of your whole trip. It really sets the tone.
But that's when you got the right person in the right position.
Exactly. Absolutely. Is it the landmarks or is there something less obvious? Why do you think traditional hospitality was slow to adopt that creator mindset?
Because the people making the decisions in hospitality view content as a expense. They view it as a cost, not an investment.
Right. And it is an investment. How else are you going to showcase your people
100%.
and what you can do and how you can welcome people?
The problem is everything that I do cannot show ROI. A lot of it can.
Right.
But if I'm building brand, I mean, how do you think these big companies get to where they are?
Yeah.
Everything that Amazon did in the past is not ROI positive. Everything that BMW has done in the past is not ROI positive. How do you think they get there?
Right.
There's so many things that you do that there's no ROI today or tomorrow, but it's going to come back, catch up to you 10, 15 years down the road.
That's absolutely true. I saw something on LinkedIn just a few days ago. Was it something even that you posted? I don't know. But it's Jeff Bezos, and he was on a talk show, and it was early in the days of Amazon, and they were kind of making fun of him because it was like
people laughed at him,
and he hadn't made any money, and he's like, "That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that because I'm building something." And boy, did he have it right.
They laughed at him.
They did.
People used to laugh at me.
They did.
When I started social media, people did not take social media seriously back in the day. They used to they're like, "Why are you on Twitter all the time? Why are you tweeting?" I don't know. Nobody cares.
Yeah, well,
turns out somebody cared.
Somebody cared.
It turned out somebody did.
Amazing. Every city has its must-sees, but the real magic is usually off script. What's the balance between headline attractions and hidden gems, would you say?
I would say it's how you tell the story. I think that just showing the attractions are a mistake. I think that just showing the hidden gems are a mistake.
Yeah.
I think that if there was a very popular blog in Tulsa and they asked permission to come in this hotel and shoot around the property and shoot the rooms and whatever, and they said okay, and they came in, did all those things, didn't talk to a soul, and then left.
Yeah.
I think that's a very hollow experience.
Yeah.
But if they came in, and they like sat down and did a 10-minute with Ravi, and they did 5 minutes with you, and they talked to Jason, the chef, for a couple minutes, and had a drink at the bar and talked to the bartender. Like, I think that is so fulfilling.
Yeah.
So much more than just, and that's the difference.
A whole well-rounded experience.
Yeah, I mean, you just bring in the team. Your team is the best. They're the stars of the show.
Yeah, they're very.
And the hotel's but it's not only you, it's every hotel.
Yeah.
Like they just don't see it. It's right under their nose.
Right there. And that's your selling point, and
Correct.
that's your, not even from a revenue standpoint, but from an experience standpoint for the guests.
Correct.
I saw some of the behind the scenes footage from yesterday. You guys were doing some filming from a place that's literally right down the street from us. And even though it's just behind the scenes footage, I was really impressed because it's like, wow, I never saw that place that way. And it's right down the street from me. And it made me want to go and have that same experience.
And who did we use?
our own people.
We use staff.
Yes. So that was
They're the
really
stars
an
of the show.
eye-opener for me.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you discover anything in Tulsa that felt unexpected or underrated?
Not yet, just because
It's still kind of the middle of the trip.
so we still really haven't. I mean, the weather really hasn't been on our side, so we really haven't ventured out. Yesterday was really the first day where we,
Really
went
got out there.
Yeah, so I think tomorrow.
Well, how do you think cities should go about promoting both without losing authenticity? Both what their experiences are and what their people are. How do they stay authentic while they're promoting all of that?
Most cities, so I've worked with a lot of tourism boards, and most cities make the mistake of the people in charge of the social media, of the marketing, of the content creation. They have 100 other jobs that their boss tells them is much more important than the social media part.
Right.
So take care of all this. And by the way, when you get done, do a couple posts.
Yes.
That's the problem. How to do it? It's easy. What you guys are doing, only more.
Yeah.
Like designate somebody to do the marketing.
Right.
Hire somebody to do the content. Set up a podcast booth in your hotel. Just go, just try things, test things.
Right.
I mean, I've said multiple times that every hotel in the world needs a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think at the very minimum, they should have a podcast room that they could rent out to guests.
Every person that has come in here to film with us has said, wow, this is amazing. You should rent this out.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
maybe one day, but not now.
but didn't I hear you guys are starting and you already sold twice?
I'm not aware of
Yeah, I mean it's
Harley, are you
it's-
selling things?
No, but it's just
I think
you're
that's
renting the space.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
another revenue stream. I mean, it's funny that I argue with properties all the time about revenue streams. Oh, where's the ROI? Where's this? Where's it?
It's not obvious.
You're showing the point. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something, it's like if you build it, they will come.
Correct.
And people laughed at us for starting a podcast. It's like, what's that? Because hotels don't normally do that. But what I find is it's been fun. We've been able to really showcase a lot in Tulsa. Our own people has been the best part of it, though, that they have really just bloomed. Whenever they get the mic on or in front of their face, they get the headphones on,
Correct.
the lights are on, they're like, wow. And you just see them sitting up a little straighter. It's like, not
course.
only am I doing a job that I enjoy,
I'm not sitting up straight.
but my company thinks so much of me that they want to showcase me.
Correct.
And that's been the funnest part to me, giving people at our hotel the opportunity to rise to the marketing occasion and grab people. It's not just one host. It's who wants to do it. Does
Correct.
this episode speak to you? Well, get on in there.
Yeah.
And we believe in everyone. And that's been the most fun part to me. If it takes off, it takes off. But man, the investment in people has been really fun to see. I've enjoyed that.
That's great.
So you've seen cities all over the world through your lens and your content. How do you capture the feeling of a place, not just the visuals, that non-tangible?
Here's the thing. I am not worried about the fine, polished video. Now, I say that having said brought a photographer here and brought a video guy here. Let me clarify this. I have done the big trips to the Maldives and to Antarctica and with 3 video guys, and video takes 4 months to produce.
What
and
amazing experiences.
Kenya and South Africa, and I've done all those trips.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're amazing, and I loved a nice polished video. Of course, like make me look good. Like I need a lot of help. So, but
Don't we all, Scott?
But right. So, but here's the thing: the greatest thing that came out of the pandemic is now it's okay to use your phone and like I can record a video and upload it straight to TikTok, straight to Instagram stories, straight to YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
No editing, just post and it'll kill it.
That comes back to authenticity.
Correct.
People believe it. They're like, okay,
Correct.
so you're showing me what you actually did, not what you edited and made me want to think that you
That
did.
wasn't the case pre-pandemic.
That's very true. Everything had to be polished.
But you know why?
It wasn't valuable.
Because people were at home and nobody had money.
Yeah.
Nobody had, they didn't have access to editors, most people don't know how to edit themselves. And who are they going to call? They're going to call an editor. Like it wasn't
Right. It
The world
wasn't a
wasn't
thing.
set up like that yet. I mean, we had to learn very quick.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's great. So when I'm traveling, like my Instagram stories are super real time. It's very rare that something is posted from before.
Right.
It's very real time.
Yeah.
And I just think that's the best way to show.
Living
know.
it as you're posting.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that I'm traveling with a photographer, with a video guy, and it takes time for them to edit.
Yes.
But if it's just me, I post, edit, I shoot, post, and, that's it.
That's why you have a lot of followers, because people know what they're getting from you is authentically as you're living it, and they can connect with that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
What do most creators get wrong when documenting a city, do you think?
Most creators have egos,
Well,
and they insert them in too much of the content.
no ego with you, Scott?
I just don't care.
Okay.
Do I have fun and take selfies with, Chris and Pedro when we're traveling and we're just whatever, or with Ravi or Carly or whatever, I'll have fun.
Yeah, that's just
But
documenting your
yeah,
fun time.
I don't care. I'm not a supermodel. Like what am I? I could care less. And it's something that, and it's the reason that brands now put in their guidelines and agreements, they're saying, keep the selfies with you in it to the minimum. And they're literally putting it in the guidelines now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, I mean, this is why I hate the term influencer.
Yeah.
Because most of them have big egos.
Yeah.
And why they have egos is when you have a big audience and the brand or property doesn't know anything, they just see a big audience, they kiss your butt when you're there. And when that happens over and over again, it's very hard to stay grounded.
Yeah, and then
So,
you lose the authenticity, and then people will.
And this is why the term influencer has a bad name.
It does. It does.
I know.
How important is storytelling versus aesthetics?
Aesthetics mean nothing.
They mean nothing, huh?
They mean nothing. I was talking with a property 2 weeks ago, and we were battling back and forth because they kept saying, "No, I can't post this today because it doesn't match my post from yesterday." I said, "Are you crazy?" I said, "Does Instagram pay you to match the post? Because if not, who cares?"
Yeah.
My grid is messy. It looks like somebody threw up on my grid. It's terrible. There's carousels, there's reels, that's real life.
I was going to say, it probably feels very alive.
That's messy is real life. Real life is not aesthetically pleasing. Real life, I mean, look at a parent. Real life is a nightmare. It
can be, and can also be lovely, but
things are all over the place.
It's messy,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, if you were advising South Tulsa as a destination,
Yes.
what should Tulsa double down on? Culture, food, people, or storytelling? I know you're going to say people, but
Listen,
something else.
it's obviously people and it's obviously storytelling, those
Yes.
three things. But you need all of it. What do they double down on? Content. There's no such thing as posting too much. There is posting too much mundane content.
So you don't feel like you can really saturate one platform over another if you post too much?
I do not.
Okay.
If you're lacking quality,
Yeah.
then you're posting too much.
So it's like all static food shots, then it just becomes noise.
Yeah. But if you have quality, then post.
And variety, probably.
Nothing shows you anything in chronological order anyway, so what is the difference?
That's a good thought there. And it's not something that I think I've really heard, because I have, early on when we really started focusing on all of our different platforms, I remember somebody coming in and talking about the visual. Whenever you pull up your Instagram, you need to have so many of this and so many of that, and the color schemes all need to match. And I kind of didn't understand that, but I'm glad to hear someone like you telling me that that's not necessary. Just be you, be real, whatever the colors are, they are.
If you look at my grid on Instagram, we're talking about, if you look at my grid a month ago or 2 months ago, you will see lots of picture posts, picture carousels, and reels. And now you see more than 50% are carousels with text.
Yeah. It evolves.
Because that's what is working well now.
Right.
Social media algorithm is a living, breathing thing. it
Which
changes
is kind of scary
constantly.
sometimes, but it does.
It's awesome.
You have to embrace it.
It's awesome.
Scott says it's awesome. Awesome.
It's awesome.
What feels unique here that isn't being fully leveraged yet?
Everything.
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 Give me one thing.
Visit Tulsa just highlights downtown. You know, what's wrong with South Tulsa?
South Tulsa is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to offer here.
Yeah, there is.
I think that this area has nothing but upside. I think there's, there's content for years here.
Thank you for saying that, Scott. I appreciate it. Somebody coming from, global travels and coming here and recognizing that South Tulsa is a gem.
I think that smaller cities have such an advantage over big cities.
Yeah,
Yeah, because nobody sees you coming.
they don't.
Think about it. Think about it like you're in a boxing match, right? Like
You pull at your left hook.
The little guy, nobody sees that guy coming.
No.
Everybody expects Mike Tyson to come in and knock you out.
Right. And the little guy ends up being the beast.
Exactly.
I love that. How can a city like Tulsa stand out globally without trying to be something it's not?
Lean into what you are.
What do you
Lean
think
in
we are?
hard what you are. Whatever.
Just being small
whatever
town
you're
with
like.
big people thoughts.
Listen, like we were talking about earlier about brand personality, brand voice, this and that. What is the city voice? What is the city personality?
Right.
Lean into what you are. Don't try to be what you're not. And just let the algorithm do its thing.
Let the algorithm do its
Yeah.
thing. That should be on a T-shirt. Uh-oh.
It's a living, breathing thing.
That's right. Thank you, Scott, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into Lobby Talks. We'll see you next time.